Thank you for anyone who is out there joining us online today. We are very happy to be hosting a talk in our This is How I Teach program. Today we are hearing from Assistant Professor of Computer Science, Dr. Gongjun, and we've been looking at his course. We're excited about it, and we hope that you will be too. So please take it away.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Basically, this is a how I teach series, and then when I asked myself, what can I share? So I was like, I don't think I have lots of great achievements comparing with you guys. You guys are experts. So so today I'm very humble and very honored to be here to share some of my strategies to boost the online teaching. So my purpose is like I will just share some of my method that works for my class, and hopefully you guys can give me some suggestions. Let me improve my class. So here is the topic. So I use multi-strategies to boost the online discrete mathematics. So mathematics is it's actually a little bit hard topic. So that's why I choose this. And the overview of today's presentation is basically I will tell you the introduction, and then we're going to come with to the challenges, and then the methods we used, and then we come to the outcomes, see how students evaluate me, right? And so basically, discrete mathematics is a mandatory class that is almost required for all computer science students. So it's also a very hard class. Later we're going to see the challenges, and lots of students feel very pain, and we think that way as well. So we put this class as our entry class for our major. Lots of other universities, they put it as like junior level. Mm-hmm. We put it as the first level or sophomore level. So our proposal is like we want to use this class as a screening class to filter out those students who think they are computer science, but they are actually not. So because our major is like at the beginning we have roughly about 150 students claimed they want to be a computer science. But it turns out they're not that well prepared, so they change majors or not. So first, let's come to the challenges. The major challenge to us is number one, the coverage. This class is the fundamental mathematic preparation for the whole major. So you probably will find lots of concepts like logic, sets, functions, relation, counting, probability, graphics, trees. Here you only see a bunch of words, but actually for every individual word, it can be multiple books, can be that deep. And so those concepts are very deep as well. It can be even very minor rule or theory. You can develop a PhD dissertation. It's like that. And it has been, some of the concepts like hundreds of years, and it also has a wide application. Every sentence, almost every rule in the book, you can find some application. So that's very hard class to teach because the coverage is so broad, and it can be very deep. Then how do you teach? It's really challenging. And then since this is an online class, to me, I feel, excuse me, I feel the most difficult part is how do we do the interactive between student and student, or among students and students, and the students to the faculty, to the instructor. For example, one of my best strategy in live class is when I give one concept, I write the concept and then I give one example, then I write another question for exercise, then I ask my students, go for it, right? I give you like 1 minute, go for it, and then you start to work on it. Then I randomly call one student I will first let them talk to each other, talk to their neighbors. Then I randomly call one student. I ask, what your neighbor tell you. I don't ask what did you think, right? Or what do you have? I ask what your neighbor tell you. So they were like, they have to talk. They can't pretend. I understand this because I will ask your neighbor. So that give them some pressure. This is so far I think is a very, very effective strategy for my live class. However, when I use it in the online class, I feel it's really hard to directly transplant this strategy to the online class. So this is basically an interaction problem. It's for me. It's right now we're still working on some technology that maybe help us. The next one is the accommodating learning styles. We know normally people have roughly about the 3 styles: seeing, hearing, and touching. Right. For myself, I am hearing and touching. My learning style is learning and hearing and touching. I have to do things to remember deeply, to understand the thing. So for me, it's like an online class. How do I have all the 3 things together? And for face-to-face class or live class, it's a lot easier to do this because you can always find some ways to cover all kinds of learning style. But for online, they're so passive, and they're not online at the same time. It's really hard. So that's another challenge for us. And the student learning assessment is also hard. Lots of times we have lots of things to cover. I feel comfortable, I can go through one chapter or several chapters in one class. I can cover those things, but did they learn? I don't know. So we have to assess the students how much they actually learn versus how much we cover. So I actually, in my class, I prefer, how much they learn more than how much I covered. I try to cover the most fundamental things that they can use in the rest of their career. The next one is application, motivation, and discipline. The application for our discrete mathematics is so broad. Like I mentioned earlier, you can find the application to real problems. But the students don't feel that way. If you don't cover this in class, they don't think this is useful. They will ask you, why we learn this rule, right? You write a beautiful formula, but why should I learn it? Why should I know it, right? In the past, we don't have the resources to teach the class in our computer science major. So we need the mathematics department to teach this class for us. And they from their own, perspective, they teach the way they think is right. But our students feel like, I don't find any use of it. Why should I learn it? So, but right now, once we start to teach it, we find a lot of applications in our computer problems. And then we use that as a motivation to motivate the students. You see, what you learn is actually used later. So they feel, okay, this makes sense and useful. They start to, kind of learn. And then the discipline for online class is also a challenge for us. We feel like online class, they have their own schedule. Lots of our students, since computer science, it's a lot easier to find part-time job or even full-time job. So lots of our online students actually are full-time employee. So they have to kind of have the discipline to sit there every day, watch the online stuff and work on the stuff we ask them to do. So that's a lot of discipline issue. So let's come to the more important things. Earlier, the challenges may make us a little bit upset, but I'll share you some of my methods. Hopefully this will kind of inspire you, or maybe you can feed me more useful methods, right? So I'm going to the purpose of this is not showing off. It's just to exchange the ideas, and also a lot of the experiments, the methods I use are still experimental. I don't know it's going to work forever or not. So we're going to dynamically modify and adopt other methods. Like I said, the first question I think when I prepare my class is how do I cover different style of learning styles for my students. Since myself is hearing and touching, and so I feel I don't want to give students just a boring text explanation of those things. So I want to give them some videos. So I take to my class before I teach my online. I take my live class, and I think that's just me. And then I use my my videos and as a major resources I post there. However, I know lots of students are also seeing their learning style the same. So we also develop a website that is pure passive, just a text, no audio, no video. So it's pure verb, pure visual. And it uses lots of graphics and diagrams and examples. Later, I'm going to show you the website we developed it. And also I will show you some of the videos that we take. And another strategy I was using is normally when I teach online class, we have two sessions. One is online, one is live session. So when I have this live class, I always try to make the two classes synchronized. So when I teach the live class, I tape it. And then after class, I post my live class videos to the online class. So this gives students a feeling that I'm not way behind the other students. Sometimes I may come up with some new examples or cover some new topics that I didn't cover in a last semester. So this will make the video for online class students, it's more complete, or a broader area will be covered. So this is the online class I have. You will see that for online class I have a to-do list and I have the slides, that's for visual. And for the to-do list, every topic is a link, it's actually linked to the website. So for those concepts, those tasks, we can directly jump to the website. And then I have a video that has been taped in the last semester. And then I have a new video. This is my online my live class tape. So I posted there. I don't want to use put this as very big because I think students because some students may go faster than the regular class. If you don't see the live class tape, they will feel, what should I do? I don't need to work on it. I don't want to give them that kind of illusion. I want them to keep on working, even they're way ahead of our live class. So I used the last year as the major resource, and then I used the live class as a supplementary material. And I also have the assignments. So if they follow the whole thing, they are going to be very, very successful in the online class. Here is an example of the website we developed. So for every topic, I first give them what's the subject we're going to learn. And then we come to the content, and those are the content, and then give some examples. Later, we will give the online exercises. I don't have that right now. I can show you. So I was very fortunate because we are computer science major, so the IT department gave me a server, so I can deploy whatever I want on the server. So I have lots of stuff. I think it's going to be Discrete math. And here's the website. The last update was for 2013. And like the textbook, we give the information of the textbook. And then the more important thing is the table of content. This is a list of the contents. For every concept, we have the link. And at the very beginning, we have the legends that we're using, like all the symbols, because in our class, it's a mathematics class, and we use a lots of different symbols. You will find it's way different to many of our class. So we list them together. So if students want to check them, they just go to one place and find all of them. And that's a glossary. So. And then we have the content. For example, if we're learning the logics proposition, they can find, okay, what's the elements of the logic. Earlier we were seeing truth table, right? Here is the truth table. And you will find at the very end we have the a online quiz. Obviously, I need to there is a Java version problem. So I'm going to skip this problem solving because our topic right now is online class, right? It's because the version we used here is so it's a little bit old, and Java actually checked the different versions. But for this, if they actually click that, it's going to give a list of questions and give you A, B, C, D. Once you click it, you click submit. It will show you your answer is correct or not. If it's wrong, it's going to show you why it's wrong. So that's we developed this. We have all the source code, so we don't have to rely on anything, any other third-party tools. So come back to this slide. So I think at the beginning of the class or at every topic, we want to set very clear goals of this topic of this class. Like we try to align our major with a guideline, which is ACM curriculum guideline. Because later we want to have our major be accredited. So we are preparing that. So this is the program objectives, and then we have the students' learning outcomes, and then how to rate assess. So that gives the students a very, very clear idea, okay, what we're supposed to learn for each and every concepts, and then how they will be assessed. And then we also emphasize on the understanding instead of the memory. For my exams, I give them a cheat sheet. So it's one page paper. They can write whatever they want to write on that paper, both sides. I tell them best strategy is write a very, very small words, right? So you can write a little bit more. But I find that lots of them actually they don't write a lot of things because they really understand the problem. And my questions are all from their homework, but it's different, a little bit different from their homework. So and I make all the questions are true/false questions, and I make it online. So so that's a lot easier to evaluate them because they really have to understand. And actually, when students raise their hand, asking me, hey, Dr. Ye, what do you want us to bring? I told them, hey, it's a cheat sheet. Maybe you will need a calculator. If you really struggle, you probably need to bring a code. Because all true/false question, right? If you really get lost, you still can have 50% chance to get it right. So they really like it, and then in the exam they really bring me a code. So in our class, we have lots of concepts. Even for one class, we may have like dozens of new concepts, new rules, new theorems. So we don't expect them to memorize everything because these days everybody is using internet. If they really need something, just go search it. Yeah, as long as you understand the concept, you know what keywords you need to put in a search engine, you're all good. And so we connecting all the dots by have them understanding the points, the concepts. Okay. And like I mentioned earlier, one of my best strategies in the live class is actually have some students talk to the neighbor, or sometimes I will ask the students come to my place, come to the desk and then write their solution, write their answer. So they will be the instructor, I will be the student. Because sometimes I feel students, they use their own language. It's a lot easier for them to understand it to each other. Sometimes I feel I use all kinds of examples, the students get lost. And then I ask one student, hey, come here, tell us, what do you think? So, hey, just to use a few sentences, then everybody get it. I don't know if they're, because of the peer pressure, they were loading to pretend they understand or not. Because that's kind of losing face thing, right? Your student, your peer already got it. You don't got it. I don't know. But for the exam or the assessment, we can tell most of them really got it. Okay. Next one is the online website. Earlier I showed you this. Oh, here's the quiz. Online quiz. For example, the truth table thing. We have this. I give you the question and then get you the answers. This happens to be true false, but lots of them are not. And when it's wrong, we give you what's the reason it's wrong. For online students, this really helps because a lot of them they don't bother to write an email to ask you. But if we give them a reason, they will read it. That's very, very effective. And then we have the index of terms. If we go back to the website, you will find at the very end we have all the we have the index of all the terms. And so if they see how many concepts we're covering for one semester. And in many of them, they are very, very difficult concepts. For example, the induction. Induction is one of the hardest topic for our students. They always struggled. Okay. Like those are just a very simple induction hypothesis. It's just a concept, but actually lots of them, they don't get it unless we put more time on those concepts. So this is a and we also use a lot of graphs and videos to online class to let them understand, because lots of the mathematical calculation can be very, very precise, and therefore it's very, very abstract. It's hard to understand. For example, when I was teaching the transitive property of a relation, I tell them my own experience. My down GPS, screw me up, right? I was planning to from Evansville to Indy, right, Indianapolis. My GPS tell me go to Louisville, and then I find no way, that's not right? So I set it back, go to Indy. So this is kind of like a route that I actually have. If my GPS is smarter, it's going to give me a shortcut. So that's so-called transitive. So for this, it's not easier to have them understand. Well, if I write this kind of thing, probably they don't get it. Like AB is in relation R, and BC is also in relation R. If this is true, or if this condition reached to the conclusion AC are in R, then this is a transitive. So they don't get this one, but they remember my down GPS example. So in the exam, they will draw the graph and use my example. They say, okay, that's a dumb GPS. Okay, we find it. So, and also I use a lot of their example, their life, their own language. For example, lots of kids, they like pizza. So I use lots of pizza example to cover the induction. I said, hey, suppose we go to a Pizza Hut, right? And if you guys have a round pizza and I have a square pizza, and so if the value is the same and you don't want it, you can swap with me. We use that pizza swap thing to teach them how to do the inductive hypothesis in the induction. So they remember that. Even they pass the class later, they see me, they will say, hey, that's my favorite instructor. That's my pizza swapper, you know. he will remember that, you know. So and this is another example. Use the graph to introduce the concepts. So it's very. I tell them that's the beauty of the mathematics. You can make it a perfect, beautiful diagrams or graphs. This is this is a beauty. That's our other examples of using the graph to introduce the concepts. While I use the graph, I try to use multiple colors to differentiate the different functions. And then I also have one practice I think is very, very good for online students. Every week, I send them a activity reports. I show them how much time you spend on Sunday, how much time you spend on Monday, how much time you spend on Tuesday, every day. So they will, oh, I'm way behind, so I will wake up, right? So I think this is good, and this can be generated by Blackboard easily, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And also to solve the problem of the assessment, I have the pre and post exam. Before I introduce some significant important concept, I will make a list of all the things I want to cover. I make some questions, again, all true false questions, and they give to them, so they all screw up, right, because they don't get it at the very beginning. They feel very bad, and then we once we cover the concept, I use exactly same concepts and put them in either in the exams or in the quizzes, and then let them do it again. No, they all get it, or most of them get it. They feel very, very confident. So I can slowly build their ego by doing this kind of pre and post exams, and they feel they really learn things. So when they reach to the student evaluation, they give you some good words. This is the next one is the relevant examples. I mentioned that in my class, lots of strategies are very, very also useful. Even they can use it for solving their real life problems. For example, one of the example I was asking, because my students are all younger generation, right? They're at the age of 20s, right? So one of the problems they always facing is how do I find the boyfriend, girlfriend. So I tell them, hey, you guys are smarter than other majors, right? I assume. So what's your best strategy to find your boyfriend or girlfriend? Obviously, I'm going to give them some condition, right? Like you can only date 100 person and people, right? And once you date that person, you don't like it, you can only pass it. You cannot go back and say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I want it back, right? You can't do that. You can only move forward, right? So we have to set some boundaries, some conditions in mathematical problems, right? I use this example and then I start challenging them. Hey, you guys got to tell me what's your best strategy to find your boyfriend or girlfriend. And they were like, give me all kinds of weird ideas, right? But eventually I will slowly guide them to the right direction, and then we use this as, hey guys, you got to use a famous rule, divide and conquer, things like that, right? And we start to cover the concept. They really engage. They really want to know, what's the best strategy I can find my, perfect spouse, right? So I don't need to, tell them, hey, this is important. They feel important right away. Next one is lots of them, they tell me the reason they choose our major is because our major is a lot easier to find the jobs, and our pay, our major, the pay normally is good. You can, even the entry level can be starting like 130,000 per year, right? But I tell them, hey guys, if you really want that kind of job, you have to do good in the interview. But the interview question actually, the roots or the answers are in our class, right? So I start to ask some questions that Google, Amazon, LinkedIn, Facebook, those big companies, they actually ask. The reason I know is because I was interviewed. Another thing is lots of people, they actually post the interview questions online. So you can get them and you can find it. So I use them, so I tell them, hey, if you answer this question correctly, without any mistake, I'll give you a job, 130,000 per year. So they want to test if they really, can get that kind of high pay job. So again, you don't have to, challenge them or tell them, hey, this is important. Right away, they got it. They know it's important. And sometimes I also find some online jokes. Online jokes are everywhere, right? And lots of times they use the logical, illusion or use the, contradiction of the logics. That's why I make you laugh. So I use those examples to kind of like analysis line by line. This person says this person says this. Based on the rule we learn in class, then we can reach this conclusion, and this person thinks this way. For example, one joke I often use is, I think it's good joke. Probably it's on the joke side, it's not very good, but
example.
But it's very good example. Yes, it's very good example for the concept. We were teaching like the logical reasoning. So you have hypothesis, right? A bunch of hypotheses that you're going to reach to a conclusion. Well, there are some predefined or there are some rules that you can use. From one those hypotheses, you can reach to this conclusion instead of that conclusion. There are some rules. So one of the joke is actually a grandpa. Did I tell you guys?
This is a while back.
Okay. A grandpa and a grandma. So they were discussing buy some things. So the grandma gave orders to grandpa, say, hey, go buy some milk. If you see eggs, buy a dozen. And so the grandpa went out and then bring home 12 jars of milk. And then the grandma was very angry. So what the hell? What's wrong with you? Right? Buy 12 jars of milk. And then the grandpa said, they have eggs. This kind of joke, right? Probably it's not very funny, but it's actually very, very good example to introduce modest comments, the rule in reasoning. So I always use them and we list the conversation, what grandma said, what grandpa said, and what's the facts. Because they have eggs, then eventually they bought 12 jars of milk. So we use those, and there are many other examples. I just don't need to list here. Maybe you guys can give me some feedback on these good examples that you used in the class. The content coverage, since this is one of the biggest challenge I mentioned earlier, my strategy is some concepts is relatively easier. So I skip them or just mention them in the class. I don't spend a lot of time to discuss them. There are some concepts that they are really struggling. Then I spend more time on those confusing points, like the induction, for example, or the reasoning. They really struggle. That's why I find some online jokes to explain very, very well and very, very deep. Now we come to the outcomes. This is the evaluation of the class. I intentionally, excuse me, put the online class and my live class together So you will find the results somehow is comparable. My online class is the overall evaluation is 4.28 out of 5, and this is the live class 4.69 out of 5. So it's I will see it's a little bit lower, but it's still comparable. It's at the 4 level, right? And the course evaluation again is a little higher, and the review on the live class is a little higher than the online class. But I still think it's a good class. So those are the demographic of the students. So you will find live class more like freshman or sophomore, a few juniors, but the online class you find the seniors. You find the seniors, and actually the number is pretty big. Junior and senior, the total is like 62.5%. So I think that's explained well because the junior senior level probably they have full time and the time conflicts they have to choose the online class. Also, those are the other scores. We showed the blue points are the average of our college of business. College of business, I don't know why their score is so high. It's giving me lots of pressure to teach this class. And those are some comments from the students. We don't see any negative so far. I got a lock on, sorry. So far they all feel the class is good. And I was thinking this class again. It's to me. I still think this is a very very challenging class. There are still lots of work that need to be done. So in today's presentation, I just share some challenge I think we have, and then some methods that I applied in my class, and also I expect that you guys can give me some suggestions to improve my class. And the last is some outcomes from the students' evaluation, and that will be it. So, and the future work, you have actually helped me a lot for developing the class, and I want to use this opportunity to thank Yihan. Thank you very much for helping me. And
Anytime.
she spent a lot of time. She's even helped me to chop the videos into smaller topics. I know that's a lot of work. Even I don't want to do it, so I throw it to her. Thank you. Okay, now we come to I know another point for the future work is we probably want to explore some new technology that can transform my best practice, ask students for their neighbors' ideas, and or ask students come to the document camera to write their answers, to explain to other students how they think. This is still hard to directly use it online class, but I'm sure in the future maybe there are some software tools that can help us to do this. Okay, all right. That will be that will conclude my presentation. And any idea, questions?
Okay, so first off, let me say, I think one of the things that makes me so happy about this is that you've acknowledged that it's like a screening type class, but it's one where you're trying to improve pedagogy. I feel like with a lot of instructors, if they're in a position like that, they feel like whatever a student's problem is, well, that's their problem. They have to get through. They're the one that has to get through this class.
Right.
My job is to be the gatekeeper to keep them out. So I really think it's great that you're trying to do things like accommodate different learning styles.
Right.
Thinking about like this for me compared to some of the more positive experiences I've had with online classes, I think it's a real challenge here, especially with thinking of this as a broad class with a theoretical emphasis. One of the things that I think you end up missing out on is some kind of individual projects. I think when people have that kind of thing, where they have work that they're doing for themselves that's very individualized, there's lots of benefits to that. Both in terms of like how they're engaged and how they relate to each other. But so that was like one kind of question here for me is there any way to create work which is more individualized in the course? And thinking about this, like for instance, like if you had a segment which was something like, here are a bunch of prospective interview questions that students might have to answer, and assign them to students individually.
That's great idea.
Or have them allow them to work with other people that make them responsible for that thing. But it seems like it's difficult usually kind of watch the opportunities for something like that because of the theoretical business. I mean, some of these are either going to be just like understanding the general concept or deal with a specific problem where the problem's only going to have one solution.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why with the true-false tests, I mean, that really is an accurate reflection of what content is.
That's right.
Because these things, I mean, ultimately they reduce to like a boolean.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the very end of the day, it's like you have this huge thing, but it's either like a switch in the computer. It's this way or it's that way. And you have to figure that out.
Right.
So, I think that's another challenge, but I think that could be. There's a lot of benefits that you can find some way to do that.
That's excellent. That's excellent comments. I was thinking about the same thing too. I think we in the future we probably can put some suppose we pretend this is a Google's interview question. I give them list of them. I can make it up like a little harder questions and then start to challenge them and maybe give them some awards like some documentation. Here's you pass the first level of the interview. Let's come to the second round, right? Or that will be fabulous. I like that idea. And also for the projects, I think yes, that's another great suggestion. Yeah. Although it's really harder because this is like the entry level, all lots of concepts like they're going to use in the future. It's just to make the foundation, and then they're going to learn the actual technology, actual skills. So if they don't have that, how do they do the project? That's really hard. But I'll think about it, and then maybe we will find some projects that's a perfect fit in your class. I really like that. Thank you.
All right, I think I just have a clarification question about what you just shared, that I really feel like it's really a good idea that it incorporated different learning styles, that it will be visual and it will appear in all these things so for different students' needs. And in terms of the video you said you posted, so it was from a previous year live class, that you maybe like cut off a certain part of it, just the dry parts with the content in there. So like how long is your video?
It's normally it's like the class length. It's about 1 hour 15 minutes.
Okay.
But sometimes I was another good practice I forgot to mention is at the beginning of my class, I normally ask them, do you guys have any question in the homework? I'm using like 15 minutes to solve their program, the homework. So that's a perfect time they can ask, if anything is. Sometimes I chop that away from the lecture time, but a lot of times I directly post the whole lecture tape, the taped lecture to the class. Sometimes even we're talking about a joke or the students are giving me the joke. We still keep there. Because my online class online class students, they actually give me feedback. They actually laughed when they watched those jokes. So I was thinking, there's no reason we just make it so dry and it's so boring, right? So I just put everything there.
All right, so they were able to actually observe your interaction with the students.
Right.
And you also actually post another set of video, which is currently
Right.
on your live class, and
Yes.
that was the same length.
Same length. They can actually, once they have the video, they can actually jump to some points. If they get lost, they may check, hey, how Dr. Ye is teaching this semester. They can do that way.
So in terms of the content-wise and how much similarities are
It's also 95% on, very, very similar to each semester. Once you had helped me to chop those concepts, make it, very, very small. For every topic, we have a link for the video. That's going to be make it it's easier for them to follow the concept. If they get lost one concept, you just click that button. It will be there.
Sure. I don't know, I haven't taught an online class before, but I did not include too much of video taking off myself doing the lecturing, but it's more like outside of resources they do that they have to do and do reflections or case analysis on that. And the one problem I found constantly facing by the students is they don't want to watch that. I kind of track I track the usage of that. So I don't know whether you did a similar thing or not.
For me,
report, did they really benefit from viewing the two set of videos, or they really just saying, it's another hour video I have to watch,
I tried before. I used the other, BPM university's video. They have their own video and then drag in my class to watch theirs. They don't want to watch other universities. If I put my own video there, I was teaching there, they prefer watch mine. So that's why I take my class and put it there. Probably, they can see me in the future, I guess. They want to, know me a little bit more. Yeah.
But when I had videos to watch from my online classes, I always watched them on my iPad because always on my iPad it gave me the option to watch everything at 2 times speed.
Yeah. When I was taking some online class, sometimes I also do the online class learning because our computer science major is changing so fast. So I actually watch them. Sometimes even goes 3 times speed. Even this speaks so fast, but I still be able to follow. That's so funny.
Yeah, just sometimes you feel like you did a lot of research, you think this is the best video that would cover all the content, the key content there, but when you track the usage, you are quite a bit disappointed.
Actually, I find in my class sometimes I make a mistake, right? When I write and speak at the same time, I'm speaking the right thing, but I'm writing the wrong thing, and the student can catch me, and I take that as well. I don't copy it away. Because if the students can catch me, my mistake, that means they understand, right? And they feel, I can correct my professor's error. Yeah. Any other questions, comments?
That's good. Okay, well,
Thank
thank you, Dr. Yan.
you very much.